Hello students, today we are going to revise the topic of third unit, low birth weight baby. So we are going to check about the low birth weight baby. So you already know about it. What is low birth weight babies? Low birth weight babies. So as a health for all target, if you are taking a target birth weight of at least 2.5 kg for 90% of newborn infants, and an adequate growth of children as measured by weight for age, or according to the gestational age, the child should have minimum of 2.5 kg or 2.25 kg. So low birth weight, if you are taking the classification are the types of low birth weight. Low birth weights are less than 2500 grams. Okay, the next, the second type is very low birth weight baby. In very low birth weight, the less than 1500 grams. The next, extremely low birth weight baby. Extremely low birth weight is less than 1000 grams. So these are the classification or types of low birth weight baby. So low birth weight baby, low birth weight baby 2500 grams, less than 2500 grams. Very low birth weight baby less than 1500 grams, and extremely low birth weight baby less than 1000 grams. Moving on to the preterm babies. What do you mean by preterm baby? Baby born before, the child born before 37 weeks of gestation. 37 weeks of gestation, this is called preterm babies. The baby was born before 37 weeks of gestation. Intrauterine growth may be normal for duration of gestation. The child intrauterine growth is normal for the duration of or according to the gestational age. The causes are multiple birth. Then second one, acute infections. Then third one, hard physical work. Then fourth one, hypertensive disorder. So the mother is having multiple birth. Then there is a acute infections. Then hard physical work. Then hypertensive disorder. Those cases possibility are there for preterm babies. How we can able to prevent them? Preventable by good parental screening and care. Parenting, screening and care. The next, discouragement of adolescent pregnancy. Then treatment of hypertension and other diseases, other chronic diseases. With this concept, we can able to easily prevent the concept of preterm baby. Okay. So moving on to this, if you're seeing our main issue is small for dates, or we can able to say uh, SFD, small for dates baby. So born at term or preterm. The baby may born at term or by the baby may be preterm. That is less than 37 weeks of gestation bhi ho sakta hai. The next, weight less than 10th percentile. The weight is not satisfactory. That is less than 10th percentile for the gestational age. Less than 10th percentile for the gestational age. Result of intrauterine growth retardation. So where the weight is not satisfactory, which is falling under the category of less than. So here the baby's weight will be less than 10%. That means the baby will not have the sufficient amount of birth weight when compared to other babies. So here the baby was small for the gestational age. According to the gestational age, the baby weight was not satisfactory. The baby is not having sufficient amount of weight. So the baby is not having proper, or the baby is having due to intrauterine growth retardation. Causes are, so all these one we had a low birth weight, preterm baby and small for dates. We had a low birth weight babies, then preterm babies, then small for dates baby. What are the causes for this one? Main causes are maternal factors, socio-economic status. Because of that, they can't able to fulfill their nutritional status, or possibility are there for community transmission of infection. Next, spacing between births were less. So where mother's physiological status can't able to come back to the normal one. So minimum 3 years spacing is needed, because the mother has to regain her physiological and anatomical status. So after regaining her health condition, then she will be getting ready for the next pregnancy. But here without spacing, the mother's nutritional status also never come back, physiological process also never come back, so the placenta will become not a sufficient healthy one to carry a baby. The next, pre-pregnancy BMI. Pre-pregnancy BMI is one of the main consideration for the mother. Next, gestational weight gain. Gestational weight gain, the mother was not satisfactorily gained the weight of 12.5 kg. So, which indicates the nutritional status of the mother. So, where here the mother fails to gain the nutritional status. Then habits of the mother, like drug abuse or alcohol abuse or smoker, that may affect the infant. Sorry, the fetus. Next, maternal disease. Maternal disease like chronic disease condition like diabetes mellitus, then hypertension. These are going to affect. Then infections. Another one main issue over the infections, that is also possibility are there. Next, passive smoking, then stress of the mother. These all factors are from the mother's factor. So this factor has to be taken into consideration, and this has to be clearly controlled. The next, fetal factors, multiple pregnancy, then congenital anomalies. Multiple pregnancy and congenital anomalies possibility are there. Next, placental factor. So in case of multiple pregnancy, what happened? Multiple pregnancy, the placenta is not having sufficient space to have this one. Then another one possibility are there in case of twin baby, or in those cases also possibility are there. Then placental factors, if you are saying placental factor, placenta previa, placental insufficiency, then abruptio placenta. Placenta was placed not in the exact position, so placenta was not having rich amount of blood supply. So that will affect the growth and development of the fetus. Then placenta is insufficient. The placenta is not having a healthy environment to carry a baby sufficiently. So due to that, the placenta may have the problem, or the placenta is not having sufficient space for the baby to grow. Next, abruptio placenta, possibility are the rupture of the placenta, because placenta was very thin, so the placenta can't able to carry the sufficient amount of weight of the baby. So due to that possibility are there, the child may fall under preterm baby or low birth weight baby. Next, low birth weight baby incidents, if you are taking higher incidents are possibility are there. Then mental retardation possibility are there more. Then perinatal and infant mortality and morbidity rates are more. Then human wastage and sufferings are more. High cost of special care and intensive care units. So these are the main sufferings or risk over the low birth weight baby. Low birth weight baby, higher incidence of mental retardation. Then perinatal and infant mortality and morbidity rates are more. Then human wastage and sufferings are more. Then high cost will be there for a special care and intensive care units, because these baby need supportive care. Sometimes the baby may have congenital problem also. The next, prevention of low birth weight baby through good prenatal care and intervention program should be practiced rather than treatment. So there is, instead of treatment, we want to try to prevent the possibility are there. So what are the causes, or the underlying causes has to be controlled, or the causes has to be prevented. If you're doing this, where the baby will become healthy one, we can able to easily prevent the low birth weight baby. So direct intervention measures are identify pregnant women who are under risk. After identification, mother's health card has to be maintained. Then increased food intake, controlling infection, then early detection and treatment of medical disorders. If they are following this one, they can able to prevent the low birth weight baby problem. So what are the direct intervention measures? Identify pregnant mother who are all under risk. Mainly we should have the mother's health card, where we can able to easily identify what are the problem with the mother. So like whether you want to increase the food intake, we can able to increase. Then controlling the infections, we can able to control the infections. The next, early detection and treatment of medical disorders, like example diabetes, where the mother can able to take insulin. At the same time, they will take the hormone therapy to protect the baby. Next, indirect intervention. Indirect intervention, if you're taking family planning, avoidance of smoking, improved sanitation measures, then improved health and nutrition of young girl. Indirect methods are, best one is multiple pregnancy, family planning is the best method. You can able to avoid. The next, avoidance of smoking. If any particular habits are there, the habits has to be avoided or controlled. Then improved sanitation measures to prevent the infection, environmental infection. The next, improved health and nutrition of young girl to maintain the sufficient amount of health status to achieve nutrition is one of the main factor. Then improvement of socio-economic and environmental conditions, health and social services in underserved areas, where if you are giving concentration over these factors, where indirectly we can able to improve the intervention, because these are contributing for the factors of infections or the factors which is stimulating for the possibility or under high risk for preterm or low birth weight baby or small for gestational age, intrauterine growth retardation. Next, moving on to the treatment. Those who are under 2 kg, intensive care therapy will be there till weight reaches above 2 kg or satisfactory level of weight improvement. It is not decreasing, it has to increase. Then between 2 to 2.5 kg, intensive care therapy for 1 to 2 days for supportive care is needed till the baby is getting adjusted to the environment. Then intensive care, particularly incubatory care, adjustment of temperature, humidity and oxygen supply. Main one is temperature has to be maintained, so the child temperature has to be maintained. Next, humidity and oxygen supply. This is main dependence of the child. The next, feeding, particularly nasal catheter. The next, prevention of infection. These are main factor where the child is fully dependent. So the newly born baby, if the baby is not having congenital heart defect or congenital any defects, any congenital abnormalities, where the baby is needed only these are the supportive care. The supportive care are incubatory care mainly to adjust the temperature, then oxygen supply, humidity and oxygen supply, then feeding with a nasal catheter till the weight achieves the satisfactory level of above 2 kg, then prevention of infection. So aseptic technique has to be followed. This is the main care for low birth weight baby in the intensive care. Causes of death are atelectasis, then malformation, then pulmonary hemorrhage, and intracranial bleeding, then pneumonia. These are the possibility or death present in the possibility of death present in the low birth weight babies. What are the possibility? Where possibility are there due to cross infections, where the nosocomial infection which is taking place, due to that what happen, atelectasis will be possibility are there. Then malformation that is due to congenital defects, where the problem with not properly skinned the parents. The next, pulmonary hemorrhage due to the congenital cardiac problem. There may be possibility of the rupture of the pulmonary valves. So due to that possibility of the pulmonary hemorrhage. The next, intracranial bleeding due to the both and there is possibility of intracranial bleeding. If not properly handled or used some special device to take the baby out, like we can able to take a forceps delivery, then cat foot succedaneum. Next, pneumonia, which is one of the main complications or main infection which used to spread from the hospital, particularly the baby those who are under the NICU care. So atelectasis, possibility of the collapse, partially or fully collapse of the lungs or the lobes, because due to the surfactant were not properly developed. So due to that the baby lungs may get collapsed, so proper lung functioning is difficult. So where the baby weight satisfactorily achieved, which indicates the baby can able to survive. So here the baby is fully depend on oxygen supply, temperature maintenance and feeding intake and output. And main thing we want to take care is we want to prevent the possibility of infection. The infection has to be prevented. This is one of the main one where we can able to control and save the baby. So today's topic we discuss regarding these headings. Okay, so today we are stopping the revision. The next class we'll see about